Don't play, don't play. Because Lori really thinks she's the special one. She really does. Lori, I told her I was gonna cut her off because she's making a lot of money right now, and I was gonna cut her off, and she just started laughing. And then she said, well, and you're not gonna speak to me anymore? I said, yeah, I'll still talk to you. She said, but not if you cut me off. So can't cut her off, so.
When people talk about Marjorie and Steve Harvey's kids, everybody instantly brings up Lori. Meanwhile, Morgan, Lori's biological sister from mother's side, barely even gets mentioned anymore. It almost feels like she was pushed completely out of the family spotlight. While Lori was being promoted everywhere as the polished fashion star, Morgan stayed hidden in the background, and people started noticing the difference fast. Fans caught on to the strange energy a long time ago. Lori and Morgan barely post each other online, hardly interact publicly, and honestly look more like distant acquaintances than sisters. A lot of people believe there is a deeper reason behind that silence, and many keep pointing straight back to Marjorie. Some viewers even think the family image was carefully controlled behind the scenes to make Lori the main face of the brand, while Morgan stayed out of view. Now, people are asking serious questions. Did Lori slowly distance herself from her own sister to protect the Harvey image and keep her luxury celebrity status clean? And does Morgan know private family information that could damage the picture Marjorie worked so hard to build? Those rumors have been spreading heavily online because many people feel the favoritism has been obvious for years.
Who's your favorite person?
Without a doubt, 100%.
I know that's right.
Marjorie has often been described by critics as acting more like a luxury brand manager than a regular mom. From the beginning, Lori seemed to get the full spotlight, the connections, the fashion opportunities, and the public attention. Marjorie reportedly helped shape Lori into a paused socialite who could move easily through celebrity circles and wealthy spaces. Meanwhile, Morgan chose a quieter lifestyle centered around cooking, family, and staying grounded. According to online speculation, that path did not match the glamorous image Marjorie allegedly wanted for the family empire.
Don't ever try to fit in when God has clearly created you to stand out. Always be a lady. And understand, you are the prize. Don't give yourself to anybody that is not going to be your husband. If they love you, if they really care about you, they'll wait.
According to online rumors, Morgan was allegedly pushed to the side because her lifestyle did not match the flashy image tied to luxury brands and celebrity status. But some people believe the situation goes much deeper than simply avoiding the high-end spotlight. There has been heavy speculation for years about Marjorie's past connections and the people around her, and rumors claim Morgan wanted no involvement because she supposedly saw how risky that world could become growing up. Morgan was raised during a time when Marjorie's former husband, Jim L. Townsend, was facing major legal trouble in the 1990s. Townsend was later convicted in a federal case connected to an alleged attempt to purchase large amounts of illegal substances. He received a life sentence, but was eventually released decades later after receiving clemency from former President Barack Obama. Reports from that time also claimed investigators questioned whether Marjorie had knowledge of certain activities connected to the case. However, she was never convicted of any crime related to those allegations. According to stories that have circulated for years, authorities allegedly warned Townsend that Marjorie could also face legal problems during the investigation. Some reports claim Townsend later cooperated with authorities and accepted responsibility himself while Marjorie was pregnant with their son, Jason. It has also been said he worried about their young daughter, Morgan, potentially growing up without her mother around. Even years later, tension surrounding that chapter of their lives still sparks conversation online. Townsend has publicly spoken about Marjorie more than once, and some of his comments have been extremely critical.
Life is.
Right.
Life is. I'm just going to put the truth out there.
Right.
And I'm putting the truth out there, I should say. and just let people be the judge.
Those old statements continue to fuel speculation about what may have really happened behind closed doors during that period. According to online speculation, Morgan allegedly grew up seeing situations inside the family that made her want a completely different life for herself. Some people claim she watched how power, influence, and private connections were handled behind closed doors and decided she wanted no involvement in that environment. Rumors continue to spread that Morgan chose distance because she did not want to be tied to controversy or public drama connected to the family name. While Lori reportedly embraced the celebrity lifestyle and learned how to move through Hollywood circles, Morgan took the opposite route. She focused on cooking, family life, and building a quieter future away from cameras and gossip blogs. She married her longtime partner, started a family, and kept her personal life mostly private.
It's everything that I ever wanted one of my daughters to have.
She's like my best friend, so no reason for you to go home anymore, so I gotta marry you to keep you here.
Online discussions often suggest Morgan preferred stability over fame because she allegedly understood the pressure and risks that can come with living inside constant public attention. Another rumor that keeps circulating is that tension between the sisters may also come from their very different lifestyles and personal values. Morgan is often described online as more traditional and family-centered. She has reportedly been with the same man for many years and focuses heavily on creating a calm environment for her children. Meanwhile, Lori's dating life has constantly made headlines across social media and entertainment blogs. Critics online frequently discuss her relationships, and some of that attention has turned harsh and judgmental over time. According to gossip circulating online, Morgan allegedly felt uncomfortable with the non-stop public attention surrounding Lori's personal life and believed it reflected negatively on the family image. Some rumors even claim Morgan once encouraged Lori to slow down, focus on long-term stability, and build deeper relationships away from the Hollywood spotlight. According to online gossip, Lori allegedly ignored advice about slowing down because she had strong support from Marjorie, who many people view as deeply involved in managing the family image and public reputation. Critics online often describe Marjorie as someone who fully backed Lori's celebrity lifestyle and helped guide many of her public moves behind the scenes. At the same time, Steve Harvey has faced ongoing comments from viewers who believe he publicly gives far more attention to Lori than Morgan. Whenever Lori is mentioned during interviews, podcasts, or television appearances, people notice how excited Steve becomes while talking about her accomplishments, business ventures, and relationships. He has defended her publicly more than once and regularly speaks proudly about her success in entertainment and fashion circles. Meanwhile, critics online point out that Steve rarely speaks with the same energy about Morgan's accomplishments. Morgan has built a career connected to cooking and family-centered content, yet many fans say her achievements are barely highlighted publicly compared to Lori's constant praise. That difference has fueled years of speculation that Morgan was never fully embraced in the same way after Steve married Marjorie. Some fans even say one of the last major public moments between Steve and Morgan that received attention was her wedding back in 2013 when he walked her down the aisle. Morgan also appeared on Steve's daytime show years ago, but people online claim there has been very little visible interaction since then. The conversation picked up again after Steve Harvey appeared on the popular Earn Your Leisure podcast for a lengthy interview discussing his career, family, and personal legacy. Viewers quickly started paying attention to who was mentioned often and who barely came up during the discussion. The interview lasted nearly 2 full hours, giving Steve Harvey plenty of opportunities to talk about all of his children and their accomplishments. But viewers quickly noticed something that sparked conversation online. Throughout the entire discussion, Morgan was reportedly never mentioned once. Fans pointed out that Steve spoke proudly about several family members, their careers, and their personal growth, while Lori continued receiving the most attention during the conversation. That detail stood out to many people because Morgan has built accomplishments of her own over the years. She released a cookbook, developed a culinary brand, and built a family life away from the spotlight. Critics online questioned why none of those achievements seemed to receive recognition during such a long interview focused heavily on family and legacy. The situation has fueled ongoing debates online about favoritism inside blended families and how public praise can impact relationships between siblings. Some viewers believe the constant focus on Lori may have unintentionally created emotional distance within the family dynamic over time. Others argue that public perception only grew stronger because Morgan has remained mostly absent from major family conversations and media appearances in recent years. At the same time, social media has pushed several extreme theories and accusations about Steve's relationship with Lori. Some commenters have speculated that Steve gives Lori more public attention because of her image and celebrity appeal compared to the other daughters. Other rumors online have crossed into highly inappropriate territory by making personal accusations about his motives and involvement in her career and relationships. There have also been discussions connecting Steve's support of Lori to some of her past high-profile relationships, including her widely discussed connection to Diddy.
On my birthday, he had shown me a picture of me and him, the first pic that we ever took, and I was like, you should save that as your screensaver. So he was like, I don't know how. So I was trying to show him, and I saved the picture to his photo album on his phone, and then I clicked on the photo album to set it as a screensaver, and I saw a picture of him and Lori, the same exact pose.
What do you mean?
I mean, the same exact pose that he took with me.
Okay.
And he did the same with Lori.
Were they clothed or not?
No.
They weren't clothed?
No.
Lori Harvey.
However, these claims remain internet speculation and have not been supported with verified evidence. There have also been reports and online discussions over the years claiming tensions existed inside the Harvey family because of the attention Lori received compared to the other children. One source reportedly described the blended family dynamic as complicated, pointing out that Steve has 4 biological children from previous relationships, along with the 3 children he adopted after marrying Marjorie. According to that source, disagreements and frustration allegedly grew behind the scenes as the family became more public and successful. The same reports claimed Steve often handled conflict by trying to smooth things over with money, gifts, or avoiding confrontation altogether, instead of fully addressing deeper issues inside the family. Some people online believe Morgan may have eventually chosen distance because she wanted peace away from constant drama, public pressure, and tension connected to fame. Social media discussions have continued building theories around Lori's lifestyle and how different it appears from Morgan's more private world. Critics online often describe Lori's image as highly polished and celebrity-focused, while Morgan is viewed as more grounded and family-oriented. According to some internet speculation, Lori allegedly became heavily focused on maintaining the Harvey family image and moving within elite social circles, making her relationship with Morgan feel increasingly distant over time. There are also rumors suggesting Marjorie strongly pushed for one daughter to become the public superstar of the family, even if it unintentionally created separation between the sisters. People online continue debating whether fame, branding, and public image played a major role in changing the family dynamic behind closed doors. At the same time, not everyone agrees with the criticism aimed at Lori or Morgan. Some people believe Morgan may simply prefer privacy and a quieter life outside celebrity culture. Others have even speculated that jealousy could play a role, arguing that Lori's fame, success, and public support naturally created comparisons within the family. As the rumors kept spreading online, people started digging deeper into the relationship between Lori and Morgan, trying to figure out when everything supposedly changed. Fans noticed that years ago, the sisters actually appeared much closer in family photos and public moments. But over time, the interactions seemed to disappear almost completely, which only added more questions about what may have happened privately behind the scenes. Some social media users believe the distance grew once Lori's celebrity status exploded, and her name became attached to major Hollywood circles, luxury campaigns, and constant media attention. According to those theories, the family allegedly became more protective of Lori's image as her popularity grew, while Morgan stayed far away from the spotlight and built her own separate life. That contrast made people wonder if the sisters slowly drifted apart naturally or if outside pressure played a role. Others believe Morgan intentionally removed herself from the public family narrative because she did not want to be connected to non-stop gossip and celebrity controversy. While Lori's relationships and social life regularly became headline news, Morgan kept focusing on her business, marriage, and raising her children privately. Supporters of Morgan often say she appears happier living outside the chaos of entertainment culture. At the same time, critics online continue accusing the Harvey family of carefully controlling their public image and only highlighting the members who best fit the luxury celebrity brand they wanted to promote. Those accusations intensified because Morgan rarely appears in major interviews, family discussions, or social media moments involving Steve, Marjorie, and Lori. Even now, people continue debating whether the distance between the sisters is simply personal choice or evidence of much deeper family tension hidden from the public eye. The situation became even more interesting once people started comparing how differently Morgan and Lori present themselves online. Lori's social media is filled with luxury vacations, designer fashion, celebrity events, and polished photo shoots that constantly keep her connected to Hollywood culture. Meanwhile, Morgan's content feels much more low-key and family-focused, centered around cooking, motherhood, and everyday life. That contrast alone has fueled endless conversations about how differently the two sisters were shaped over the years. Some viewers believe Morgan represents the version of life that stayed grounded and private, while Lori became the face of the Harvey family brand. Because of that, internet critics often claim the sisters were pushed into completely different roles from a young age. According to online speculation, one daughter allegedly received the spotlight, while the other quietly built her own lane away from cameras and celebrity pressure. People have also pointed out that Morgan rarely comments publicly on family rumors or online drama involving Lori and Marjorie. Instead of jumping into social media battles, she usually stays silent and focuses on her business and children. That silence has only made people more curious, with some believing she may know private information she simply chooses not to discuss publicly. At the same time, others think the internet may be exaggerating the entire situation. Some fans argue that not every family member wants a public relationship online, and that social media does not always reflect what happens in real life. Still, because Lori remains constantly visible while Morgan stays mostly out of sight, the speculation never fully dies down. Every small detail, missing interaction, or family interview quickly turns into another round of theories about what is really happening behind the scenes in the Harvey family. At the end of the day, nobody truly knows everything happening behind closed doors inside the Harvey family, except the people living it. Still, the non-stop rumors, missing public interactions, and obvious differences between Morgan and Lori have kept people talking for years. Some viewers believe Morgan made the right decision by stepping away from the spotlight and protecting her private life, while others think the internet has unfairly turned normal family distance into something much bigger. Then there are people who feel Lori simply chose a completely different path and should not be criticized for living a celebrity lifestyle. Both sisters built lives that look nothing alike, and that contrast continues fueling debate online every single time the family comes up in interviews or on social media. But what is your take on the whole situation? Is Morgan right for protecting her peace and keeping her distance? Or do you think people are being too hard on Lori and the choices she made with her life? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video with others who have been following this family drama.